And now, shifting our focus, exclusive details are now raising serious questions over the safety record of Redbird Aviation. In October 2023, a Tecnam P2008 JC aircraft operated by the Redbird Aviation crashed and force landed in Baramati, Maharashtra in 2023. The incident triggered concerns over the Academy's operational safety standards during that year. Following the crash, the Aircraft Accident Investigation Bureau released a preliminary report making serious observations. According to the report, the investigation process was allegedly obstructed. The AAIB stated that crucial evidence, including SD cards recovered from the wreckage and CCTV hard drives from the premise, had been removed before the investigation team arrived. The report noted that this was done without prior permission, raising serious questions about the integrity of the probe and preservation of evidence. The DGCA temporarily suspended Redbird's operations at all its bases after the incident in 2023. This, however, was not an isolated incident. Over the past few years, aircraft operated by Redbird Flight Training Academy have been involved in multiple safety events. In early 2026, one of its aircraft made a rough landing in Vijayapura, Karnataka after reportedly running low on fuel. Fortunately, there was no casualties. In 2025, another training aircraft crash landed in Madhya Pradesh. The pilot sustained injuries but survived the crash. Earlier in 2023, a Redbird aircraft developed engine trouble near Baramati and was forced to make an emergency landing. Around the same period, another training sortie ended in a crash landing in Gojubavi area. With multiple incidents across states, questions are now being raised about operational oversight, maintenance protocols, and safety compliance within the academy. Now I'm being joined by my colleague Sabyasachi Roy Chaudhary for more on this. Sabyasachi, what I'm learning from this is that Redbird is a repeat offender and this is not the first time that it has happened. The Ranchi crash has raised serious questions about continued safety lapses by the Redbird Aviation. DGCA had suspended it in 2023 as well.
See, the track record of the Redbird Academy was not good. In fact, not only this year itself, they had a crash where the pilot and the trainer was injured, but they had incidents in 2025. In 2023, they had incident reported in 2021 and 2022 as well. Now, in 2023, there were two crashes that was reported in Baramati. Now, after that, when the AAIB initiated the investigation, now before the team of the AAIB officials could reach the crash site, they found out that the CCTV hard drive as well as the SD card has been removed before the AAIB team had reached the spot. Now that clearly raises a lot of question as far as the safety protocols and guidelines of the regulator are concerned, after which the investigators and the authorities have written it to the DGCA and they had demanded strict action against the Redbird to make sure that they follow the protocol. Now post that, temporary suspension was handed over to the Redbird after these two crashes that were reported in Baramati. Now Nancy, in these period of time, though nobody lost their life, but that really raises a lot of question as far as the lapses are concerned. Now, after the Baramati crash where Deputy Chief Minister Ajit Pawar lost his life, we have seen that the DGCA has launched a special audit of all the chartered airlines. Now, the report of these special audit has not made public yet. We don't know what has come out so far in the audit report. But this raises a lot of question because year after year we are seeing that there has been lapses as far as the safety protocols are concerned, whether it is VSR or whether it is the Redbird, and time and again there has been severe lapses which has been overlooked despite the special audit which has been done by the regulator. Now, Nancy, yesterday 7 people lost their life. The Redbird flight which crashed in Ranchi. Now, after that, we have seen that the AIB team has reached. They have reached the spot, and the investigation has already started. and the focus will be to identify the black box as soon as possible, to retrieve the crucial information and to understand what exactly led to this crash, because the local authorities suspect that because of thunderstorm and bad weather it could have possibly led, but we have to wait for the official confirmation from the DGCA as well as the AAIB.
Well, that's right, Sabyasachi, but it's important to note that even after so many incidents that has been flagged in the past about Redbird, and it has been involved in severe safety lapses, why was the aviation still being allowed to operate is another question that is now being raised.
Not only 1 year into 2026, whereas they had incident in 2026, 2025, 2023, 2021 and 2022. And in 2023, after the incident that happened in Baramati, which involved two chartered aircrafts of Redbird, after which we had seen that the DGC and the AIB have given have handed over suspension, a temporary suspension to the Redbird, and after that we have seen that continuously such incidents are being reported. Now, on one hand, a special audit has been carried out by the AIB after the Baramati crash, where the Deputy Chief Minister of Maharashtra, Ajit Pawar, lost his life. Now, the details of this audit has not been disclosed to the public. We exactly don't know what has come out from the audit, but from the sources we are learning that today itself the team of AAIB will be going to the office of Redbird here in the national capital to check all the relevant documents related to this particular aircraft. They would also look at the maintenance record, as well as to make sure that the safety protocols and the guidelines which has been laid down by the DGCA have been thoroughly followed by the Redbird. But clearly, Nancy, what serious question that comes out here is that why didn't the DGCA impose stricter imposition against the Redbird, despite year after year we had seen that several of its aircraft met with accident, though none of the pilots or the trainer lost their life in this accident. But that really raises a lot of question. There has been lapses which the regulator also needs to answer.